Stories are important. I think the reason why we tell stories is for people to watch and go, oh, that's me. And I think there's a whole group of, many different groups of people that have grown up without seeing themselves reflected on TV. Or if they do, it's not in a very beneficial light or a realistic light, you know. So I think it's massively important to tell everybody's story.
I think it's a really exciting time to tell these stories because there is so much more public awareness. You know, I'm transgender, and at the time that I was coming out, there was, you know, and this was only 5 or 6 years ago, there were so few stories around, and things have really moved quickly. For a long time there have been so many cliches out there, you know, trans people as well as other communities, I'm sure, but trans people have been represented as the serial killer or the victim of a violent crime or the butt of a joke. And there have been certain tropes throughout the decades of filmmaking. So it's really nice to be able to break away from that and get some more stories to screen that portrays us in a positive light.
I've realised a lot of their stories are quite similar. There's just the importance of their self-identity was something I wanted to portray. The extent that they will go to in order to feel like themselves.
When I was a kid, I didn't have any role models. Perhaps I had some, but you know, it was on an episode of Jerry Springer. You know, I married a man, or on the same episode as I married my horse, or you know. So that's not exactly the kind of role model that you want growing up. It tells you that everything about you is wrong, and so I think this film is a really great opportunity to start telling those positive stories, and also telling it in a way that's not too heavy-handed and not too focused on a certain part of a character's identity. So this film deals with identity in a way that normalises what it means to be trans or what it means to be deaf. And at the heart of it is just this great love story.
I hope the audiences get a real understanding of what the trans community goes through, you know, at the beginning of that journey for somebody, which is, it's not an easy journey, you know, and I hope they understand, because I think a lot of people may think it's just a bit of a whim, so someone says, you know, I'm gonna change gender, but it's not like that. It's a massive step to do it, and I hope they get an understanding of how massive it is through this.
Reach for